You said tech has its limits. Wrong. There are no limits when you're as brilliant as Seto Kaiba. You'd better be prepared. I'm putting my pride on the line. You'll see the strength of my monster firsthand. Now observe as I summon my blue eyes. Show yourself!
Hey guys, welcome back to the Parkerverse. This week, as another surprise for you guys, I bring you a complimentary setup to go along with the Yugi Homescreen I released earlier in the week. This time for none other than Seto Kaiba and his Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is going to be another one in my series on how to customize your home screen like a pro. A series where I show you how you can easily and quickly get these stunning minimalistic setups on your Android phones. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out the previous episodes. And following that format, I'm going to show you how you can take a basic home screen setup and turn it into something like this. But before we get started, if you like this video and want to see more just like this, make sure you like and subscribe to help support the channel. And don't forget to submit your live wallpaper and home screen requests right from within the Epic Live Wallpaper app. Just head to the live section and then click on the request button. And remember to boost your favorite ones using both the heart and the booster buttons here. So here he is, Seto Kaiba and his devastating Blue Eyes White Dragon, ready to strike. With this setup, I've made sure to contrast the blue and white colors of the backdrop with a crimson theme, carried across the icons as well as the home screen widgets. Speaking of which, at the top of the screen we have a simplistic date widget, and located at the bottom of the screen is a battery bar inspired by Yu-Gi-Oh's life point indicator, where just like in the game, a full bar will equal 8,000 points, counting down until it's game over, or in this case when your phone runs out of juice. This setup will be running Nova Launcher using KWGT widgets, and to complete the look I'll be using the Hex Installer for system-wide customization. The link for these and everything else that you're going to need are going to be in the description below. Now as a quick note, if you want that full screen edge to edge look for your home screen setup without those ugly signal bars, then make sure you disable the notification bar within Nova Launcher settings. And to get this comfy icon layout, make sure to head to Nova's home screen settings and change the grid size to 5 across and 10 down. And to really clean up your home screen, I highly recommend you turn off icon labels, increase your icon size, as well as disabling your home screen dock. Now that we have that out the way, the icon pack that we're using in this setup to give us this crimson red and black look and helping us stand out from the backdrop is the Root Junkie pack. Just simply head to Nova's look and feel section and set the pack as your system icons. And before we go any further, make sure you grab this unique wallpaper from my very own custom creation app. Just simply head to the live video section and you'll find it there. And remember, if you have any wallpaper suggestions of your own, make sure to let me know from right within the app itself and boost the ones that you want to see next. Next up, these awesome KWGT widgets. But before we get into them, we need to make sure that we enable Widget Overlapping. You can find this at the bottom of Nova Launcher's home screen section. Just simply make sure to enable both of these options here. Now that we have that out the way, the first widget of the setup, this bold crimson date indicator, courtesy of the Watermelon pack, is widget 26. So let's start by loading in the KWGT layout to our home screen, and then we want to resize it so it looks something like this. And to make sure the widget reaches all the way to the edge of your screens, long press it and toggle the padding option. Now with this widget, we're first going to start by adjusting its size. For this, we want to first head into the layer tab, after which just simply use the scale option to adjust the widget to a size that's suitable for your screen. For me, 82.4 was perfect. Next, we also want to close up that gap between the date and day indicators. For this, using the item list, we want to head into the second text element, and then by using its positioning tab, we want to simply shuffle it a bit higher up. Now all that's left is to recolor the widget. For this, you can either use the paint tabs for each one of the text items, applying the color code on screen, or if you want to make things easy for jumping in and changing the color whenever you want, then simply do the following. From on the item list, using the plus button in the top right corner, we're instead going to add in a new shape item. Head into it and then start maxing out its size so it fills up all of our canvas. After this, using the paint tab, simply apply the color code on screen. And finally, change its filter from normal to multiply. Now, as a final tweak, to remove the transparency from the widget, make sure to head into the first text item and using the color option within the paint tab, we want to make sure to set opacity to 100%. Now for the second widget of the setup, this custom life points indicator which represents your phone's battery level, the base of which from the stripes pack is widget 25. Just simply start once more by loading in a KWGT layout to your home screen, and then we want to resize it so it looks something like this. Now, just like we did in the previous widget, we want to start by first using the layer tab to increase its size. Ideally, you want to increase it until it almost touches the left hand side of the canvas. After which, let's head to the item list and remove that time indicator. For this, simply use the tick boxes on the right hand side to select the second morphing text item and then click delete. So now that that's out the way, let's fill that space with a battery bar indicator. So using the plus button in the top right corner, we're going to add in a new progress item. By default, this is already set up to indicate your phone's battery level. Just simply scroll to the bottom of the item list and you'll find the new progress item there. So for this, let's start by first changing its mode from flat progress to split. After which, using the style tab, we simply want to adjust its size. For me, 240 was perfect. And to go in hand with this, we're also going to use the positioning tab to simply move it sideways to fit in with the aesthetics of our widget. Now as for the digital life points battery level indicator, just simply scroll to the top of the item list and then head into the morphing text item. Here, we're going to replace its text with our own custom code, which simply converts your battery level into an equivalent Yu-Gi-Oh life point amount. Now finally, for the color, just like we did in the previous widget, we're simply going to load in a new shape item, which again will be located at the bottom of the item list. So then head into it and increase its size, then apply the same color code as before, and of course, not forgetting to change its filter from normal to multiply. And wrapping up this setup, we're using Hex Installer. This is going to give you a nice AMOLED friendly black backdrop with the colors of the theme splashed across the whole system, including the notification panel. Just use the color codes that I'm showing on screen. And alternatively, you can get a similar result using the app OneShade. If you like this video and want to see more just like this, make sure you like and subscribe to help support the channel. And if you have any theme suggestions or requests, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. See you next time on Into the Parkerverse.